Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Decide upon or fix definitely. Specify the parameters. Determine the essential quality of. Specify as a condition or requirement in a contract or agreement. Make an express demand or provision in an agreement. Select something or someone for a specific purpose. Design or destine. Be specific about. Could you please specify your criticism of my paper? Define clearly. Show the form or outline of. The tree was clearly defined by the light. Decide upon or fix definitely. Determine the essential quality of. Determine the nature of. What defines a good wine? Give a definition for the meaning of a word. Decide upon or fix definitely. Reach, make, or come to a decision about something. Find out, learn, or determine with certainty, usually by making an inquiry or other effort. Establish after a calculation, investigation, experiment, survey, or study. Shape or influence. Give direction to. Experience often determines ability. Fix conclusively or authoritatively. Settle conclusively. Come to terms. Fix in scope. Fix the boundaries of. The tree determines the border of the property. A determination of the place where something is. He got a good fix on the target. Informal terms for a difficult situation. He got into a terrible fix. Restore by replacing a part or putting together what is torn or broken. Put something somewhere, firmly. Fix your eyes on this spot. Make infertile. Decide upon or fix definitely. Fix the variables. Make ready or suitable or equip in advance for a particular purpose or for some use, event, etc. I was fixing to leave town after I paid the hotel bill. Take vengeance on or get even. That'll fix him good. The act of putting something in working order again. Prepare for eating by applying heat. Fix breakfast for the guests, please. Cause to be firmly attached. She fixed her gaze on the man. Make fixed, stable or stationary. Let's fix the picture to the frame. An exemption granted after influence, e.g., money, is brought to bear. Collusion resulted in tax fixes for gamblers. Influence an event or its outcome by illegal means. Fix a race. Kill, preserve, and harden tissue in order to prepare for microscopic study. Set or place definitely. Let's fix the date for the party. Something craved, especially an intravenous injection of a narcotic drug. She needed a fix of chocolate. The mathematical value toward which a function goes as the independent variable approaches infinity. Decide upon or fix definitely. The greatest possible degree of something. To the limit of his ability. Restrict or confine within limits. I limit you to 2 visits to the pub a day. Place limits on, extent or amount or access. Limit the time you can spend with your friends. The boundary of a specific area. Final or latest limiting point. The greatest amount of something that is possible or allowed. There are limits on the amount you can bet. As far as something can go. An unofficial association of people or groups. The smart set goes there. Get ready for a particular purpose or event. Set up an experiment. Several exercises intended to be done in series. He did 4 sets of the incline bench press. Representation consisting of the scenery and other properties used to identify the location of a dramatic production. The sets were meticulously authentic. A relatively permanent inclination to react in a particular way. The set of his mind was obvious. Disappear beyond the horizon. The sun sets early these days. Decide upon or fix definitely. Put or set, seeds, seedlings, or plants, into the ground. Establish as the highest level or best performance. Set a record. Urge to attack someone. Set down according to a plan. A carefully laid table with places set for 4 people. Usually followed by to, or for, on the point of or strongly disposed. We are set to go at any time. Converted to solid form, as concrete. Make ready or suitable or equip in advance for a particular purpose or for some use, event, etc. Determined or decided upon as by an authority. The time set for the launching. Equip with sails or masts. Insert a nail or screw below the surface, as into a countersink. Locate. The film is set in Africa. Fixed and unmoving. With eyes set in a fixed glassy stare. Put into a certain place or abstract location. Adapt for performance in a different way. Set this poem to music. Psychology, being temporarily ready to respond in a particular way. The subject set led them to solve problems the familiar way and to overlook the simpler solution. Become gelatinous. Situated in a particular spot or position. A house set on a hilltop. Fix conclusively or authoritatively. Set the rules. Evil Egyptian god with the head of a beast that has high square ears and a long snout, brother and murderer of Osiris. Arrange attractively. Alter or regulate so as to achieve accuracy or conform to a standard. Estimate. The process of becoming hard or solid by cooling or drying or crystallization. He tested the set of the glue. Bear fruit. Set in type. My book will be typeset nicely. A group of things of the same kind that belong together and are so used. A set of books. Any electronic equipment that receives or transmits radio or TV signals. The early sets ran on storage batteries. Apply or start. Set fire to a building. A unit of play in tennis or squash. They played 2 sets of tennis after dinner. Being below the horizon. The moon is set. Fix in a border. The goldsmith set the diamond. Give a fine, sharp edge to a knife or razor. Mathematics, an abstract collection of numbers or symbols. The set of prime numbers is infinite. Put into a certain state. Cause to be in a certain state. Set the house afire. Put into a position that will restore a normal state. Set a broken bone. Set to a certain position or cause to operate correctly. Set clocks or instruments. The act of putting something in position. He gave a final set to his hat. The descent of a heavenly body below the horizon. Before the set of sun. Determine the essential quality of. Be opposite to. Of angles and sides, in geometry. Set, mark, or draw the boundaries of something. Determine the essential quality of. Set, mark, or draw the boundaries of something. Show the form or outline of. Determine the essential quality of. Make a mark or lines on a surface. Represent it accurately or precisely. Trace the shape of. Describe in vivid detail. The procedure that is varied in order to estimate a variable's effect by comparison with a control condition. Develop a child's or animal's behavior by instruction and practice, especially to teach self-control. Specify as a condition or requirement in a contract or agreement. Make an express demand or provision in an agreement. The state of good health, especially in the phrases in condition, or in shape, or out of condition, or out of shape. A state at a particular time. A condition, or state, of disrepair. Usually plural, a statement of what is required as part of an agreement. The contract set out the conditions of the lease. An assumption on which rests the validity or effect of something else. Information that should be kept in mind when making a decision. A mode of being or form of existence of a person or thing. The human condition. An illness, disease, or other medical problem. A heart condition. Apply conditioner to in order to make smooth and shiny. I condition my hair after washing it. Establish a conditioned response. Put into a better state. He conditions old cars. Make fit or prepared. Specify as a condition or requirement in a contract or agreement. Make an express demand or provision in an agreement. Prove capable or fit. Meet requirements. Describe or portray the character or the qualities or peculiarities of. Add a modifier to a constituent. Make more specific. Qualify these remarks. Pronounce fit or able. Specify as a condition or requirement in a contract or agreement. Make an express demand or provision in an agreement. The will stipulates that she can live in the house for the rest of her life. Give a guarantee or promise of. They stipulated to release all the prisoners. Make an oral contract or agreement in the verbal form of question and answer that is necessary to give it legal force. Decide as to where something belongs in a scheme. The biologist assigned the mushroom to the proper class. Attribute or give. Make undue claims to having. Give an assignment to a person, to a post, or assign a task to a person. Select something or someone for a specific purpose. The teacher assigned him to lead his classmates in the exercise. Give out. We were assigned new uniforms. Attribute or credit to. Transfer one's right to. Select something or someone for a specific purpose. Set apart from others. Decree or designate beforehand. Indicate a place, direction, person, or thing, either spatially or figuratively. Give an assignment to a person, to a post, or assign a task to a person. Design or destine. Assign a name or title to. Appointed but not yet installed in office. Decree or designate beforehand. She was destined to become a great pianist. Design or destine. Denote or connote. Have in mind as a purpose. Design or destine. She was intended to become the director. Mean or intend to express or convey. What do his words intend? Be specific about. Be specific about. Evolve so as to lead to a new species or develop in a way most suited to the environment. Become more focused on an area of activity or field of study. Be specific about. Devote oneself to a special area of work. Suit to a special purpose. Evolve so as to lead to a new species or develop in a way most suited to the environment. Become more focused on an area of activity or field of study. She specializes in Near Eastern history. Be specific about. Devote oneself to a special area of work. She specializes in honeybees. Suit to a special purpose. Specialize one's research. Succeed in obtaining a position. Make final. Put the last touches on, put into final form. Define clearly. Become tight or as if tight. Become more focused on an area of activity or field of study. Make or become more narrow or restricted. The selection was narrowed. Characterized by painstaking care and detailed examination. A narrow scrutiny. Lacking tolerance or flexibility or breadth of view. A brilliant but narrow-minded judge. Define clearly. I cannot narrow down the rules for this game. A narrow strait connecting two bodies of water. Limited in size or scope. The narrow sense of a word. Not wide. A narrow bridge. Very limited in degree. Won by a narrow margin. Become more focused on an area of activity or field of study. Define clearly. I cannot narrow down the rules for this game. Fasten or secure with a wooden pin. Define clearly. Attach with or as if with a pin. Place in a confining or embarrassing position. Define clearly. The income or profit arising from such transactions as the sale of land or other property. Be capable of holding or containing. This box won't take all the items. Remove something concrete, as by lifting, pushing, or taking off, or remove something abstract. Take the gun from your pocket. Serve oneself to, or consume regularly. I don't take sugar in my coffee. Make a film or photograph of something. Take a scene. Be designed to hold or take. This surface will not take the dye. Require, time or space. Take somebody somewhere. Can you take me to the main entrance? Have sex with, archaic use. He had taken this woman when she was most vulnerable. Have with oneself, have on one's person. She always takes an umbrella. Receive or obtain regularly. We take the Times every day. Admit into a group or community. Head into a specified direction. Pick out, select, or choose from a number of alternatives. Take into consideration for exemplifying purposes. Assume, as of positions or roles. Interpret something in a certain way. Convey a particular meaning or impression. How should I take this message? Lay claim to, as of an idea. Accept or undergo, often unwillingly. Make use of or accept for some purpose. Take a risk. Take something or somebody with oneself somewhere. Engage for service under a term of contract. Shall we take a guide in Rome? Be stricken by an illness, fall victim to an illness. Take on a certain form, attribute, or aspect. Take as an undesirable consequence of some event or state of affairs. Get into one's hands, take physically. Can you take this bag, please? Require as useful, just, or proper. It takes nerve to do what she did. Occupy or take on. Receive willingly something given or offered. Be a student of a certain subject. Proceed along in a vehicle. Point or cause to go, blows, weapons, or objects such as photographic equipment, towards. Ascertain or determine by measuring, computing or take a reading from a dial. Take a pulse. Be seized or affected in a specified way. Take sick. Buy, select. I'll take a pound of that sausage. Carry out. Take action. Experience or feel or submit to. Obtain by winning. Winner takes all. Take by force. Take into one's possession. I'll take 3 salmon steaks. The act of photographing a scene or part of a scene without interruption. Travel or go by means of a certain kind of transportation, or a certain route. He takes the bus to work. Detect with the senses. Pick out, select, or choose from a number of alternatives. Pick out, select, or choose from a number of alternatives. She selected a pair of shoes from among the dozen the salesgirl had shown her. Selected or chosen for special qualifications. Of superior grade. Select peaches. Pick out, select, or choose from a number of alternatives. Select as an alternative over another. I always choose the fish over the meat courses in this restaurant. See fit or proper to act in a certain way. Decide to act in a certain way. Be priced at. Represent, as of a character on stage. Form or compose. These constitute my entire belonging. Be identical or equivalent to. Have life, be alive. A light, strong, brittle, gray, toxic, bivalent, metallic element. Have an existence, be extant. Work in a specific place, with a specific subject, or in a specific function. Have the quality of being. Copula, used with an adjective or a predicate noun. Occupy a certain position or area, be somewhere. What is behind this behavior? Spend or use time. I may be an hour. To remain unmolested, undisturbed, or uninterrupted, used only in infinitive form. Let her be.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.